Yeah. Y'all know what it is, Israel. What's going on? Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Coming to you live, man. Listen, I am your host, Priest and Officer 5001 Ya'Allah. Banya Hawada Banya Shala. We getting in it today. Episode 149. That's right. Episode 149. We in effect, y'all. Okay. Rough, rugged, and raw. Y'all know how we do it. Memers and streamers, we relying on you right now. Do what you do. Let's get this out. We want you to comment. We want you to like. We want you to share. Listen, we want you to subscribe. Get this out right now. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Right now. Live coming to you in effect. We're a little late. I'm doing a whole lot of traveling. Listen, but nevertheless, we got to get it in, right? So that's how it is, right? So listen, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, ISUPK, Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, y'all. We getting it in under Commanding General Yohana, all right? It's another episode. We going to rock, smash, zoom, bam. Y'all know how we get it in, man. We is not playing, man. You see what I'm saying? So listen, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump in. Get you something going right now. All right, get brothers and sisters a little bit of time to get in here. So we're going to go ahead and rock out something, you know. We got Asha Yor, Priest and Officer 5000, Asha Yor, out of Dallas, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? All we want to do is ball. We want the kingdom, you understand? And we want to ball in this kingdom, man. We work so hard for this. All right, we're going to rock this out till Christ's return. Until now, yo, Asha Yor, the warlord, I just want to ball out the Dallas camp. Peace to my brother. He know what time it is, man. Let's get it in, man. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah. Hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Then start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my real view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes. And all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Holy certain niggas, they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie.
Yeah.
Got killers with them rounds on them.
For sure.
Look like I'm fed from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I was Sue Woo from the Fruit Town crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too.
That's right.
Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris.
Right.
Woo. Know that truth, it give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Yeah.
I
Tired of children. They grew up with parents strung out on drugs. yeah. I just wanna ball. Hope you do too, and I hope you do too, yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real, and she left him for whatever reason, yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leave her, yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. So my niggas is locked up, I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day, yeah, I just wanna bow.
Yeah. I should y'all. You know what time it is. ISUPK, forever and a day. Listen, man, if you hate that song, man, if you don't like that song, you a hater, man. Straight up. You're just a hater, man. And I can't help you, man. Straight up like that. You understand what I'm saying? You're a hater, man. And guess what? There's plenty of them out there, man. There's plenty of them out there, right? All right, but yeah, listen. It's Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, man. We're going to get into it after this intro. We finna get in, man. All right, y'all know what it is. Rough, rugged, and raw. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, episode 149. Let's get it, y'all. Yeah.
ISUPK. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on One Ya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasting live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live.
We live.
Every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Shut Up Radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
Yeah. Hey, we in the newsroom now, y'all. We get it in. Again, I am Priest and Officer. One Ya Allah, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'Allah. That is my registry, man, okay? And we're going to go ahead and get in here. We train, we authorize, all right? We certified, all right? We ordained, all right, under Command and General Yohana by the Lord, you understand? And we're going to go ahead and get these news articles in. We do have Priest and Captain 13,000, Kahantham Yard. He will be joining us just shortly. He's a very busy man. He'll be in just a second. But until then, y'all know how I get down. I'm going to go ahead and rock and roll. I'm saying rock, roll, and rap. And we're going to get it in, man. We got some stories that was sent to me today by Captain Kahan. Again, you know our motto here, man. We cannot make these stories up, man. America is a racist society, period, all right? There's no other way, to cut it. There's no other way to say it other than how it is, right? America is racist. America is white supremacy. That's what it is. All right, we're not going to sugarcoat. We're not going to, cover it up in any kind of way. A lot of people think, before we get into the stories, right? A lot of people hear ISUPK on the corners, right? They hear us on the corners. Every Friday, Saturday, just getting it in. They hear us in class 7 days a week, right? They hear us all over the world, in every continent almost available on this earth. And when they listen to us, the first thing they say is, man, that's hate speech. That's hate speech. All right, so this is what I'm saying to all those, right? And not just, not just the oppressor, right? Not just, heathens and so forth, but I'm talking to our people, right? Right, as well when I say this, but mainly to the heathens. It's like, if you think that we're such a hate group and all we talk about is hate speech, then why don't you do something righteous? So when we talk about you, then it'll be not hate speech. You see what I'm saying? But, the oppressor tells us all the time, right, on the corner, man, you all are, all you're spewing out is hate. All you're preaching is hate. Yes, you know why? Because we're talking about you. We're talking about the oppressor. We're talking about all of the wicked deeds, man, right? And the crimes that were committed against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So, of course, from a distance, right, it sounds like we're spewing hate. Sounds like we're doing hate speech when all we're doing is talking about the hate that you've done against our people. That's why what we're saying is hate speech. Now, you do something righteous, do something positive, you might hear something, right, about you. Meanwhile, it's not hate speech when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Like, because we tell them that the Lord, Christ died for the children of Israel. That's not hate speech, right? We tell them that the Lord loves Israel and only Israel, right? That's not hate speech. And we need to gather together and be an autonomous nation, right? That's not hate speech. We are a love group. So I just want to clear that up because, it's still going to fly over a lot of people's heads as soon as I get into these articles, right? You're going to say, oh, here goes the hate speech, right? So listen, you say what you want to say, but we're going to get it in now. Now, you call this hate speech, right? So now I want you to tell me what this article is about, all right? Everybody, all right, out there in radio land, internet radio land, tell me what this is, right? Now, let me go ahead, because I know that's not our first one, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let me go ahead and pull that up real quick, all right? I'm gonna pull up the first story, all right? And we're gonna see, I want you to tell me if this is hate speech, all right? This happened at, if you all are familiar with Penn High School, right? Some people may be familiar with Penn High School, right? Well, there's some things that went on, right, that was passed around, and we're going to pull it out, right? That's what we do, right? We expose the lies, the hatred that goes on, right? So this happened at Penn State, right? And we're going to expose it, all right? So here it is. First one's up on the board right here. Concerns at Penn High School after student is handed white privilege card. Read it again. Concerns at Penn High School after student is handed white privilege card. You telling me that's hate speech? We're going to get into it. We're gonna get into why this sounds like hate speech, all right? And this was in Indiana, right? Mishawaka, right? Was it Mishawaka, Indiana, right? So now, just before Thanksgiving break, a woman took a Facebook, right? Took to Facebook, and she took to Facebook complaining that someone, all right, someone had handed her daughter a card. And guess what the card read? The card read this right there. That's what it read. Yep. The card, it was a reading of white privilege. It says white privilege trumps everything. While at Penn High School, this has happened now at the high school. All right, now, it was designed to look like a credit card. It has it printed on the back, right? It says this card, right? The back of the card, right? It says this card grants its bearer happiness because it's the color of your skin and not the choices that you make that determine your ability to be successful. I know you can see it. I'm going to say it again. This card grants its bearer happiness because it's the color of your skin and not the choices that you make that determines your ability to be successful. What does WP stand for? Huh? Can anybody put that in the chat? All right, what the hell that means? It's white privilege. That's what it stands for. White power. That's what they say, right? White power. White power. That's what that crap stands for. All right? Now, you telling me, right? You telling me that ISUPK is racist. Racist means prejudice plus power. We don't have the ability, right, to stop another nation from not working, right, to mess up their education. We don't have the ability to go out and say that Christ, right, is a black man and put it everywhere, all in the schools, and make people do it and put them under some spell Like they put us under a spell. Of course, we're telling the absolute truth that Christ is a black man. All right? That's in the scripture. But because of white privilege, they have what? Assimilated with us and then beguiled the entire nation. That's what the scriptures say. Right? They have fooled an entire and tricked an entire world. That right there is white supremacy. When you have the power and the ability and the resources, right, to change another nation's mind and direction and knock them off balance to where they end up worshiping you and their children worship you. Right? Now, let's get some more. If you're just joining us, everybody, this is concerns at Penn High School after student is handed a white privilege card. Let's go ahead and get some more into this white privilege card. Here's the card that was issued out. All right. There we go again. Now, boy, I tell you, now the sentiment drawing concern from parents on Facebook, some feeling the card's message is deliberately racist. Oh, really? Others think it's more satirical, mocking the notion of white privilege. Right. Those are the ones that understand white privilege, right? It's just a joke. It's not even real. It's just satirical, right? Again, it says, quote, "It just doesn't represent what we're trying to accomplish at Penn High School," said Sean Gallagher, right? He's a Penn High School's principal. Okay. Now, the card itself, I think, just doesn't send a great message, regardless of whether or not someone thinks it's funny or not. It's not satirical. It's very real. Now, the card, which also bears several allusions to former President Donald Trump, right? It says it's sold on a website now. It's sold on a website with products featuring far-right slogans on clothings, water bottles, and other items. Okay. Now, Gallagher, which is the president, the principal for Penn High School, he sent an email to the parents assuring them that the cards to not represent the school's values. Right? They might not represent the school's value, but they definitely represent white America. Okay. Now, he said, "We're trying to create a positive environment with students respecting each other, taking care of themselves and each other in this place. And whether or not it was done in a jokey manner, it just doesn't support our mission and vision of Penn High School." Right? That's right, Yahweh Yadah. White privilege is real. Christ is coming to replace it with righteous rulership. I'm just gonna add one thing in there, Yahweh Yadah, with black, right, Latino and Native rulership, righteous rulership, right? Okay. Now, while so far there has been one card handed to a student, right? Gallagher says that if more cards are found, they should be turned in immediately. Oh, they're gonna turn them in. They're going to turn these cards in. You mean to tell me they're going to turn these cards in with this on the back? The card grants its bearer happiness and success because it's the color of your skin and not the choices you make that determine your abilities to be successful? Let me tell you something, y'all. Let me tell you something. Racism is taught to the children, to their children, right? And here you are, right? Our people thinking that it's all over now. It's 2020. Just forget about everything, man. We all equal. We all one. When racism is being taught right now by an oppressor and a man, oppressor woman, taught to their children and their grandbabies. They're teaching them right now. That's why this card, that's very serious. This is a very serious issue. It's not a laughing matter. Right? These are the future students, generation who are graduating high school, getting ready to go to college and be your doctors and your lawyers and your scientists, right? A lot of them will be the one making your food. Right? And this is how they want society to be. They don't want the truth. They don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in God. But they do support white supremacy in all levels. The principal, he supports white privilege. Right? He does. It's a white privilege to be able to say, well, you know, even if it was in a joking manner, let it be some brothers and some blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians passing out cards. As a matter of fact, let them assemble, right, on the corner of the school and talk about the rape, rob, and murder of Thanksgiving, and talk about how wicked Christmas is, and the transatlantic slave trade. Talk about that on the corner intersection of Penn High School, right? Do that. And guess what'll happen? The police will be called out. Those children will get expelled from the school. It'll be they might get shot because we don't even have the luxury anymore of going to jail when we get pulled over. Damn, they used to they at least used to let us make it to jail. Now they say, nope, you don't get a get out of jail free card. You don't even go to jail. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, I thought it was a taser. Right? Pow, pow, pow. He was reaching for something. Right? Oh, I don't need a gun. I'll put my neck on it. I'll put my knee on his neck. This is the society that we live in. Double standard. That's where we're living. So let's see. Let's get more into this. And I'm gonna put this mess up on the screen so you can see it. All right. Put the back up. That's the front, right? That's the back. Why don't I just do it like this for everybody? I'm gonna separate it like that. All right. How's that? I can put it like that for y'all, like that. Right. That way both cards can be assembled up on the board, right? So you can see the front and the back. That's right. 4 and 5. Right? That's the front of it. Everybody. The white privilege card on the back, similar to a credit card, right? So now, let's get some more. Now, this principal's trying to say it's a jokey manner. He's trying to brush it over, right? He says that these cards should be turned in immediately if there's any more cards found, right? Now, quote, it's an ongoing investigation just to see if it's still circulating out there, he said. Right now, we don't think it's a major issue, but we're trying to. If it does come up, just work with our parents and our students to know that if they are made aware or do see the card, to let us know. Ooh, wow. The school has, listen, the little white children are not telling you that they're on meth. Those high school students are popping Oxycontins and Percocets. You think they're going to tell you that they found a white privilege card? What's going to happen? They're going to throw a party in that neighborhood, surrounding area, and the only way that you can get into that party or that fraternity, rather, is to have a white privilege card. Right? That's what they're moving towards, right? The school has not yet said who the card was handed out by or if they'll face any disciplinary action. I'm going to read that part again. The school has not said who the card was handed out by, or if they will face any disciplinary action. White privilege right there, without the card. You see that, right? Let's just brush this over. Let's just brush it over. It's really nothing. It's a jokey manner. Hey guys, you guys cut that out. Got a white principal, white assistant principal, white students. Just a white thing. The Lord God of Israel is sending Christ to destroy this garbage, man. To destroy this nonsense. Because you know what? They think it's a game. And that's why we talk to the brothers in Hebrew Academy the way we do. Because we want them to know that white America still thinks that it's a game. Look at the guy right now. He's doing the radio. Yeah, he has a little thing on his head. Hee ha ha. Hey, look, he got sunglasses on. Hee hee ha ha. Take your sunglasses on so I can see down your soul. You don't want to see my soul. You don't want me to take the sunglasses off. Then you're going to see that red fire like Christ. You're going to know it's not a game. No, you can't see my eyes. F you, pay me. You understand? It's a day coming, man. It's a day of reckoning coming. You think it's a game. It's just fun and game. This, everybody knows, right? These cards are not the story right here. This card right here, that's not the story. Right? The gist of it is what? It was protected. And it was shut down. And it was pushed away. Shh, don't tell nobody. This is, watch this. Let me tell you how the oppressor lie. It's only one card circulating. Just one card going around. Just one. Now, if there is a card that comes up, another card, please let us know, guys. But it's just one card. You must think we are a damn fool, man. Somebody made one of these cards and that's it. Just one, huh? So I'm pretty sure it's just an isolated incident. I mean, it just happened one time. I'm saying only one black man got shot one time. That happened one time. That was it, just one time. And they only hung one black man. They only hung one Mexican man. They only hung one Native Indian man. That only happened one time. They fed them to alligators. That only happened one time now. Come on, give us a break, man. Transatlantic slave trade now. That only happened one time. Just once. All right? We destroyed the Native Indians' land and put them on reservations. That's, basically concentration camps. But that only happened one time now. It's only one time. Right? That's white privilege, everybody. The audacity, the gall. Right? The straight disrespect for you to say it's only one time. It's never one time. America was founded on white privilege. What the hell are you talking about? Right? How can you tell somebody don't do graffiti, right? But then you go in the Sioux Indians territory, Mount Rushmore, and then you go and do what? Put faces inside the rocks. God damn. You can tell everybody don't do it, but then you turn around and do it. And put forward the ugliest white man I ever seen in my damn life. See what I'm saying? Cut my show off. I don't give a damn. White folks ugly. Got an ugly soul, ugly spirit, ugly troglodyte beings, everything. You see what I'm saying? Just absolutely disgusting, man. To be racist against my people and expect for me not to talk about you. At least I can rank on you. Yeah, you know what? We're going to talk about you. We're going to put you on blast and talk about you till Christ's return. You're lucky we're not putting hands on you. I'm saying go in the book of Nehemiah and put hands on you. And I ain't talking about how the Christian church lay hands on you either. I'm saying that's right. Tread the wine press. You damn right. I'm saying squashy grapes everywhere. All right. Anyway, look, I'm sick of that garbage, man. All right. But that's it right there, man. This garbage right here, man. It's so disrespectful, man. And it still goes on. It's not one damn card going around. Hell, you think you're talking to, man? Now let's go ahead and get some more, man. We're gonna jump into story number 2. All right. All right. So story number 2 is as follows. It just doesn't stop. It does not stop, y'all. A wannabe bomber. Remember that? He gets 0 jail time for planting homemade explosives during Black Lives Matter protests. You see that? There you go. A wannabe, listen, that's the whole point. Don't let him be black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, right? He's a threat and a hardened criminal, he's a lifetime criminal and an evil, wicked man. He's a bomber. He carries around bomb components since he was 3 years old. He was making pipe bombs, right? And they would say what? He gets quadruple life. right? For being caught up on a phone call, not even making a homemade explosive. But this bastard, let me tell you something, man. But this bastard right here, he gets off free. You see that, right? He gets off free. This wannabe bomber gets 0 jail time. You understand me? 0 jail time. Can you believe this? A Pennsylvania man who admitted to leaving a bag of homemade bombs in downtown Pittsburgh during the 2020 protest against the death of George Floyd now won't spend a day behind bars. Can you believe that? Matthew McConowitz, he's 53 years old, was sentenced to serve. Listen, he was sentenced to time served. God damn. He was sentenced to time served and 3 years of probation. Not 3 years. 3 years probation by a judge on Monday. The first 6 months of his sentence will be served under home detention. Damn, he gets to chill at the house, y'all. Play video game. Well, he'll probably be at the house making more bombs. Damn. McConowitz, who was called an agitator, right? Intent on violence he was intent on violence now by a former federal prosecutor, pleaded guilty to possession of an unregistered destructive device following a grand jury indictment in June 2020. A prosecutor at his trial argued McConowitz should receive between 30 and 37 months in prison on the basis that his devices could have killed or seriously injured people. This is what a federal prosecutor said. Now, McConowitz was captured on surveillance camera, everybody. He was captured on surveillance footage. He was biking in a protest site and planting a backpack. At the same time, he did it on May the 31st, 2020. Now, a day later, officers summoned to respond to the suspicious bag. It was found 3 explosive devices. Authorities later said that the devices were spent pepper spray grenades with wicks, held in place by foam and spray insulation filled with gasoline and capable of causing death. Do you hear what this? Hey, man, it was. Authorities said it had spent pepper spray grenades, y'all, with wicks. You could light it and leave. They were held in place by foam spray insulation filled with gasoline and capable of causing death. Investigators who later searched McConowitz's home found, here we go, drum roll please, found 10 more backpacks similar to the one he had planted. God damn. But look, it must be glorious to be a white man right now. Listen, you better have fun, boy. Listen, man. In an email sent, right? In an email sent, y'all. This is absolute. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. He got off free. He's scot free. Well, he's not Scott. His name is McConowitz, so he's McConowitz free. They found 10 backpacks similar to the one he planted. Guess what? He's free to roam wherever he want to roam. He's not in trouble. He got 3 years of probation. 3 damn years of probation. In the house, the first couple of years, just chilling. I mean, what a life. What a life, boy. I tell you, man. It's going to have to take a black man by the name of Jesus Christ, man. Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew to come and stop this nonsense, man. It's right here. It's crazy. Anyway, so now, let's get some more. An all-white jury votes to convict black defendant in room with Confederate flag. New trial ordered. Y'all think it's a game when it's not. Y'all see this, though, right? A whole new trial, man. A white jury, an all-white jury, man. So we're going to get into, I'm going to read a little bit of this, right? You got 3 judges, right? It was 3 judges on a Tennessee court, right? 3 judges on a Tennessee court of criminal appeals. They agreed with the defense on Friday that the defendant's jury was exposed to extraneous, right, and prejudicial information. All right. And, prejudicial, information, and violated his constitutional right. Violated it. Couldn't have a fair trial. Right. It was conducted by impartial jury. So I believe that it's an all-white jury. Okay. You don't want to be Black, Hispanic, Native Indian sitting and waiting for an all-white jury to righteously judge a matter with a Confederate flag sitting in the courtroom. I mean, hold up, y'all. This just happened one time, though. This just happened one time. Just once. Right? Just one time. Yeah, right. So now, just to get a glance real quick, right? It's a new trial has been ordered for a Black man whose trials an all-white jury deliberated in a room displaying pieces of Confederate history. The jury sentenced Tim Gilbert, right, in June 2020 to 6 years of aggravated assault and charges related to a 2018 incident. Now, Gilbert and his attorney, they argued the defendant's right to a fair trial was impeded by a jury who convened in a room displaying both a Confederate flag and a portrait of Jefferson Davis. You better get out of there. Okay. So a new trial has been ordered for a Black man whose trial by all-white jury deliberately it displayed it in the room, y'all. Okay. It's crazy. The jury sentenced Tim Gilbert, right? Again in 2020, all right, for assault and charges, aggravated assault and charges related to a 2018 incident. But Gilbert and his attorney, again, they argued the defense, right? The brother needs a fair trial, right? And they were convening in a room at the at the Giles County Courthouse, displaying a Confederate flag and a portrait of Jefferson Davis. Right? I don't think you want to be there. Now, the room is reportedly named by the United Daughters of Confederacy. Let me tell you something. Go get that book. Go get United Daughters of Confederacy, y'all. Right? And contains other pieces of memorabilia. Let me tell you something. I just said this in camp on Friday. Go look it up. United Daughters of Confederacy. United Daughters of Confederacy. And you'll find out that white women had a major role in slavery against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. A major role that they played. All right? Both of them got to pay for it. Both of them have to pay for the crime that they've committed. Right? Can't just look at the so-called white man. No, his counterpart rose hand in hand. Right? And I love saying that part. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Mashiach, Christ, called a white woman in the Bible that's Syro-Phoenician, a Greek by nation, called her a dog. Called her a rough, scruff. That's what he called her. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Christ. That's who you say you love, Christians, church Christians. Right? So you need to learn the Bible from the real priests and prophets of the Lord. We can show you a little something. All right, so now you have 3 judges on the Tennessee Court of the Criminal Appeals agreed with the defense on Friday that Gilbert's jury was exposed to extraneous and prejudicial information and violated his constitutional rights to a fair trial. So they are going to conduct another trial because this was an impartial jury. All right. The judges agreed with the previous legal conclusions that flags and symbols have the capacity to communicate messages pertaining to, say, a government's identity, values, and military strength. That's heavy, y'all. Of course it does. The judges agreed, right, with a previous legal conclusion that flags and symbols, they do have a capacity to communicate messages pertaining to, they say, right, a government's identity, values, or military strength. That's the reason why the damn flag is put up. That's the reason why you got signs and symbols, y'all, because they mean something. That's right. Okay, it's not hard to figure out. All right. And they need Tim Gilbert needs a fair trial. Right? You don't go in a room. Well, everybody remembers what happened in Carolinas, right? Or was it Charlotte, Carolina? I'm not sure. The guy ran with the car and ran over everybody, right? Where Robert E. Lee statue was taken down, that place right there, right? And all the statues, started coming down, and blacks and Mexicans, jumping up and down. All right, we're going to be equal. We're going to do something. Commanding General Yohanna was telling you that you might as well leave those statues up, man. It doesn't mean anything when they come down. What you're doing is angering white folks anyway, right? And blacks and Hispanics, we don't really, really understand war tactics and the art of war. We think, oh, Robert E. Lee statue came down. We're all one. Christ loves everybody. Let's shake hands. It's all over with. Man, that was a good game. No. Esau, right? Charlottesville, Virginia, the water. Right? Charlottesville, Virginia. That's where that happened at, right? And, we don't really understand the war. But it's a constant war. We've been fighting from the womb. Esau and Jacob. Esau is the biblical name for our oppressor. Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian descent. Right? And we have been warring and fighting from the womb since birth. Right? The scripture says in Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, the 5th verse, that Esau, our oppressor, has a perpetual, meaning a continual, ongoing, nonstop hatred for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Come on now. Like, this is evident. You don't even have to know anything about the scriptures, anything about the Bible, to understand that we are getting shot down in these streets. We're getting no medical care, right? We're poor. And it is a method behind the madness, right? And our oppressor is controlling all of this with a small rudder that controls a big, huge ship. You don't have to see it. It don't have to be all out in the open for you to see who's controlling it. They can be behind the scenes controlling that big old cruise ship with a small rudder. You see? That's what's going on. Right? And that's what we teach in ISUPK. Right? We teach the art of war. We teach that we have enemies, right? That's why we follow laws, statutes, and commandments to have what? The God of Israel on our side, right? Because it's going to go down. The same way that America fought against the British. America know you got to fight to get freedom from your oppressor, man. They know that. They want to keep our people docile. They want to keep our people distracted. Right? Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Ain't nothing merry, ain't nothing happy. Nothing. Until blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians are in rulership. And we don't have to deal with Tim Gilbert going inside of a jury that says that the flags and symbols, they have a capacity to communicate messages. Right? Now, let's get a little bit more on we all. So the flag displayed in the jury room is no different, right? Its original purpose was to knit, K-N-I-T, to knit the loyalty of those in the Confederate States to a flag that conveyed the political ideas of the Confederacy. The Court of Appeals additionally said it erred by admitting the challenge was, listen, admitting the challenged witness statement, and that error cannot be classified as harmless. Can you believe that? So Friday's ruling reported occurred a year after the circuit judge denied a motion for a new trial. So they said admitting the challenged witness statement, right? They admitted, right, that it was prejudiced and racist, and they erred. And that error cannot be classified as harmless. Wow, that means it causes much damage, man. Racism exists, right? It causes damage. It causes harm. It causes death. That's what we see. It causes poverty. It causes famine. It causes white privilege cards to go around. Just one card, though. This is one card going around. That's it. Just one. That's all, right? Because that's what, the principle, the oppressor said. It's just one card going around. That's no more cards, right? All right, I'm off this. This story made me sick, man. All right, we're going to go. All right, listen, man. Let's get some more, all right? All right, so this is story number 4. Thousands of service members miss COVID vaccination deadlines. Uh-oh. America is fighting against each other, y'all. Here we go. Thousands of service members, man. Thousands of those who work for the military, man. Can you believe this? This is thousands of active duty service members have failed to comply with the Biden administration's COVID-19 vaccine mandate, raising the prospect that they will be forced to leave their positions or the military altogether. Listen good. The vaccination deadline for active duty members. Let me get this over here. I don't want to keep ringing that. The vaccination deadline for active duty members of the armed services have passed for the Air Force, Navy, and the Marine Corps. The Army's deadline is December 15th. Uh-oh, getting kind of serious. Now, despite the Pentagon's vaccine mandate, approximately 27,000 members of the Marines, Air Force, Space Force, and the Navy are still considered unvaccinated. About 19,000 of the Army soldiers have yet to start the protocol, with only a week left before the branch's deadline. An Army official with knowledge of the matter emphasized that records continue to be updated and that commanders are engaging their soldiers regarding their vaccination status. From my perspective, it's a discipline issue, said David Barno, a retired Army lieutenant general who led coalition forces in Afghanistan. You've got thousands of troops who are essentially refusing a legal order to take the vaccine. I've never seen anything like that before. It's very unsettling. All right? This is what David Barno said, a retired lieutenant general. Now, the mandate has worked. The mandate has worked since Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin required military personnel to receive the vaccine August 25th. An additional 21% of the active duty military is fully vaccinated, the Defense Department reported. Now, David Barno, emphasized, however, that even a small number of unvaccinated service members undermines the entire force. You see that? That's why the Bible speaks of him gleaning grapes. He won't come to your field of grapes and bring a big old bag. Right? Hell, he won't, bring a big old truck, bring an 18-wheeler, put as many grapes on it as you can. That's not good enough. Everybody out. That's how it turns out. He wants your grape field. He wants the deeds to the land. He want to kill everybody. Right? This is the characteristic of Esau, the oppressor. Right? So now, even though everybody's not getting vaccinated, he says it still undermines the entire force. This is definitely a negative in terms of overall military readiness, he added. Even just 3 or 4% means tens of thousands of troops that are unvaccinated, which means they are hugely vulnerable to a virus and are pretty much non-deployable to anywhere in the world where the virus is raging. What comes next for these members of the armed services who have not received the vaccine becomes an open question, right? The Marine Corps has been most explicit regarding consequences of service members who did not receive the vaccine. Now, its policies state that an active duty Marine who did not receive a final vaccination dose by November the 14th is considered unvaccinated. All unvaccinated Marines without a pending or approved administrative exemption, medical exemption, or religious accommodation or appeal will be processed or administratively separation, right? Will be processed for administrative separation. Now, y'all see this, right? A threat always comes behind it. A threat will always come behind, man. Right? So now you're going to need that religious, accommodation. You're going to need some type of administrative exemption, right? Some type of medical exemption, right? And they can pull that up. But if you don't have it, some type of an appeal, then guess what? You will be processed for administrative separation. Ain't that a bitch? Now, that kind of separation or discharge, here comes a threat. That kind of separation or discharge could mean that Marines and members of other services may not receive veteran benefits. See the threat? Oh, man, I better get them benefits, right? Again, everybody knows ISUPK stance. You can get the vaccine or you cannot get the vaccine, right? Well, this has nothing to do with ISUPK. This has something to do with the military. It has something to do with the oppressor's army and the unorganization and a division in his so-called army, all right? And his military. It's a problem, all right? And we bringing it out, right? They may also have to, it says they may also have to pay back certain bonuses or education benefits they received during their service. Boy, let me tell you something, man. Boy, Esau, yeah, tell you something, man. Boy, listen, the oppressor is diabolical. You hear me? And he'll take, for instance, make over 500 treaties with the Native American Indians, never keep none of them, break every treaty he's made with any damn body, damn near, right? But then when it comes to him, he's let me pay it back, and then he got the nerve to say that that's being an Indian giver. He's not even a damn Indian, right? So he said, if you don't take the vaccine, well, first of all, you're not going to receive your veteran benefits. That ain't all, though. And those bonuses that we gave you, yeah, for being a good slave, right? And the educational benefits that you receive from that Montgomery GI Bill that we gave you, well, we got, that you had, you did during your service, we're going to take that back. We're taking all of it back. All right? Now, so far, no Marine has been discharged, but that could soon change. Receiving a permanent exemption in any of the service branches is very difficult. Okay? The Marine Corps has provided only 15 permanent medical exemptions so far for COVID vaccinations. More than 2,400 Marines applied for religious exemptions, but none of the 2009 process as of Monday have been approved. Just relentless. Nobody gets it. So to sum it up, you have over 95%, with 95% of the Marine Corps partially or fully vaccinated. However, that leaves about or around 9,000 Marines who could be headed for administrative separation. All right, administrative separation. Now, we know that's a lot of us, a lot of our people, right? A lot of our people ain't taking it. Right? They say, we ain't taking the vaccine, right? I'm talking about in that military. You have a lot of blacks and Hispanics who are in that military saying they ain't taking it. Now, you have a lot of Esau's children, they battling against each other, not taking it either. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's the reason why it's even an issue. is because white boys and white girls or white men and women, they don't want to take it. Now, if they were taking it and it wasn't a problem and they were taking it, let me tell you something, man. This article would say something completely different. We would probably be reading an article about friendly fire, if you understand what I'm saying. Listen, man, Esau is diabolical, man, okay? He's absolutely diabolical, man, all right? And he has no care for the world and only loves him and his own race. He don't love anybody else, man. And you're either gonna do what you do what he says to do, or he's going to put a threat behind it, like taking your benefits. You see what I'm saying? Or taking the education from you, taking that Montgomery GI Bill, making it harder for you. You know why? Because the Marines, the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the military, it cannot save you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You're still a slave. You're still a slave. Because you put on a nice, well, you think it's a nice suit. You got creases in it or whatever, you know. Got nice little shiny shoes. You join your oppressor's military, and you are still a slave. You're still a Negro, still Hispanic, still Native Indian. You understand? And you can go over there and lose a leg, lose an arm, get your damn head blown off, and they'll put you right back in the hood, and you'll be sitting on the porch smoking weed with Pookie, who never left the hood. You thought you was going to do something, right, by joining with your oppressor, and then this comes up. Now you have to come back, right, back into the hood. You've been over there shooting. Now you got PTSD. You're having dreams and, you know, nightmares, and you're broke, right? You're an Israelite. Come to the ISUPK. Fight for your own nation of people. That's what you need to do, right? Come and fight the good fight, because you're going to get jammed up in Esau military. You're going to get jammed up, right? Every single time in the oppressor's military. Ain't no love over there. Either do what they say do when they say do it, or you got to go. Damn your rank. Damn the amount of work and years that you have scuffled and strived and put inside the military, man. They don't love you. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33 say, why trim your ways to seek love? Why are you doing that? All right? In the Apocrypha, in the 4th chapter of Baruch, you don't give your talents over to a strange nation, man. You don't sell out to seek love of another nation. That's not how you get respect. The way you get respect from a nation, from a heathen nation, is to be with your own people, assimilate with your own people, and be autonomous, which means you be a government within yourself, an independent government. That's how you get respect. That's how the North Koreans get respect from America. That's how the Arabs get respect from America. Right? Chinese, Japanese. That's how these other heathen nations get respect from America. But as long as you got your hand out and you begging and you're willing to leave your own, the moment you leave your own people to go help out the oppressor, he know you weak right there. He knows that he has full control of you. Now, once it all go bad on you, because you're going to get jammed up. Once everything go bad on you, now who can you turn to? See what I'm saying? So it's better off to fight and struggle with your own people. Your own nation of people. Not your own citizenship of people. You live in America, but you black, Hispanic, Native Indian descent, you are an Israelite. That is your nationality. That's your birthright. That's your lineage. That's your bloodline right there. Not following into another nation who have done nothing but rob, rape, and steal against your people. Now you're going to turn around and fight with that same nation? When in Rome, do what the Romans do? Is that what you think? It don't work like that, man. That time is up, man. The Lord is doing a new thing on the earth. You understand? He's making the children of Israel gather together. The Lord severed us from the nations. The word sever means to violently separate. He had to do that. That's what get our attention. The Lord had to violently separate us away from our enemies. You gonna turn around and go back to them to help fight in the military? That's like a cop. That's like you want to be a police officer. You mean you chosen to be a slave patrol against your own people to work for the oppressor's police force in order to be a slave catcher, to catch your own people, to turn them into the oppressor? What the hell is wrong with you, man? You would have to have a heavy, stiff case of Stockholm syndrome. You don't get no love by loving your oppressor like that. You get love, you never get the love. You'll only be respected. Stop trying to get people to love you and make them respect you. That's what you do. Stop seeking love from nations that don't love you, and learn how to show brotherhood and sisterhood, right? And fight for your own nation. And as a matter of fact, marry into your own nation. You sisters, you marry Israelites, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. You brothers, you marry a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian woman. That's lawful. The Lord loves that. He's on our side when we do that, right? Now you got your life living around a vaccine. Life ain't around no vaccine. Life around these commandments. Life around brotherhood, man. That's the king. That right there is the kingdom of heaven, not a damn vaccine. And again, I'm gonna end it by saying this: the only reason it's an issue is because white people in that army are not taking it. If all the white people in the army was taking it, blacks and Hispanics, you would have to take it, as you get killed. Friendly fire. No doubt. Or you would just lose everything, your pensions and all, everything that they said that they give you. You would lose all your benefits. You understand? Right? Your education, everything they give you, they'll take it away. Right? All right, let's go ahead and get some more, man. All right, let's go. I'm through with this. All right, this right here is a sad story, man. All right, we're gonna move to our fifth story, man. This right here is a damn shame story, man. A man is charged in Baltimore. All right, man charged in Baltimore church slayings was working as a laborer attorney. You hear that? Was working as a laborer attorney. You got to be kidding me, man. A Baltimore man charged in the brazen, just bold killing, man. Brazen killing of a church staffer was working at the house of God. Okay, hold on, y'all. The church ain't the house of God. The church is the house of Satan. I just want to clear that up before I continue reading. Was working at the house of God as a day laborer. His attorney told a judge Monday, Manzi Smith Jr., right? Manzi Smith Jr. was arrested, man. This dude, can you believe this, man? Let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger, all right? This is Manzi Smith Jr. right here. Let me go ahead and pull him up. There he is right there. Manzi Smith Jr. He was arrested Wednesday in the murder of Evelyn Player, right? Can you believe this, man? He killed this woman right here. This man right here. Manzi Smith Jr., 62, was arrested Wednesday in the murder of Evelyn Player. She's 69-year-old church sexton who was found fatally stabbed inside the Southern Baptist Church, all right, in East Baltimore on November the 16th, police announced on Thursday, man. Smith was charged with first-degree murder and related counts based on evidence collected from the grisly crime scene, Police Commissioner Michael Harrison told reporters at a news conference. That's cold. Listen, y'all. It's absolutely amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? When you have, the church is looked at as it being some holy place or something like that. Place ain't no damn holy. The church ain't no holy place, man. Like, what are you thinking? The church is not a holy. The church is the house of Satan, man. Where you can rob, steal, kill, and do all type of manner of evil in there. That's what it is. You understand? And it's always been like that. Always. There's nothing, amazing about it, man. Now, those who commit violent crimes in our city will be caught, and they will be held accountable, Harrison said. While we are all affected by all murders, the fact that this one occurred in a house of worship made it more shocking to the conscience. I'm going to say it again. The church is the house of Satan. The church is the house of murder. It's the house of spiritual murder. And now we're saying it's the house of physical murder. All right? That's what the church is, man. It's a murder scene. Right? It's full of abominations and adultery and homosexuality. You understand? There's no truth in the church. There's no loyalty in the church. Molestation happens in the church. And this has been going on for a couple hundred years now. Right? Now, there is no indication Smith and Player, who served as a custodian at the church, knew each other, Harrison said. An attorney for Smith, meanwhile, told the judge Monday at a brief hearing that his client has mental issues. So they're saying that he has mental issues and intends to enter a non-criminal responsible plea, the Baltimore Sun reported. So Manzi was working at the church as a day laborer at the time, Brown said. He's currently taking medication for his bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and other mental conditions, and has no recollection of the day Player was killed, his attorney said. Let me tell you something, Manzi. You are not Oliver North, okay? You're not Oliver North. You can't say that you have no recollection. You can't, okay? Whether you knew it or not, you out of there. All right? You out of there, Player. Well, Salaka, that's not pun intended, because her name was Player. Now, Brown did not provide a start date for Manzi at the church, but said he had been previously hired by a contractor to help move pews at the church where Player had attended since she was a child, the Baltimore Sun reported. So Player, sister right here, who regularly took her daughter and grandson to services at the 4,000-member church. It's 4,000 members at this church, man. Was discovered dead and stabbed from stab wounds inside a first-floor bathroom, cops wrote in charging documents obtained by the newspaper. DNA from Player's body and from the crime scene match Smith's, the document says. So Smith, who appeared via video monitor during Monday's hearing, did not speak. All right. If he ultimately enters Maryland's equivalent to an insanity defense, prosecutors must first prove he's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, the Sun reported. Now, if he is guilty, jurors would then decide if he's criminally responsible for Player's slaying and send him to prison. Okay, he could also be ordered to a state mental institution to be held indefinitely for treatment if jurors decide he's not responsible in the grandmother's murder. Okay, Smith has a long criminal history dating back to, here we go, 1978, with 7 convictions. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison in 1979 for raping a woman who asked him for directions, the Sun reported. I'm not saying that's right. That's absolutely wrong. What I'm saying is they had a bomber who had 10 more bombs inside of his backpack who got off scot-free with probation, right? Now, Smith was again, those bombs were killing people, all right? So Smith was again convicted of rape and assault with intent to rob in 1992 and was sentenced to 30 years behind bars, prison officials told the newspaper. He completed his supervision release conditions from the 1992 conviction in October, just 1 month before Player was killed. Do you hear this, y'all? 1 month. A judge on Monday ordered that Smith continued to be held without bond until his trial and undergo a mental health evaluation, the Baltimore Sun reported. I just want to say this. There is no rehabilitation in jail. All right. There is no rehabilitation in prison. All right. Smith's mother said her son had tried to stay out of trouble while working odd jobs and regularly attended services at another church in Baltimore, but struggled to keep up with his medications and treatments. He's been trying to do the best he can, Ruby Smith told Judge Rachel Sholnick. It hurts me so bad. This is very devastating. Yeah, there is no rehabilitation. Listen, I'm gonna go one step deeper. There's no rehabilitation in prison, and there's no rehabilitation in church. Church is prison, and prison is church. The same events that happen in church happen in prison. The same people that occupy the church, right? Or should I say occupy the prison, they're Christians. They're church Christians. It's the same thing, right? The crimes don't stop once they enter prison, and once they get out, they go back to attending church, and the crimes don't stop. That's what you have, church Christians who follow the ways of the heathen, who are not taught properly, who are not taught that they are the greatest thing on planet Earth, who don't know their nationality or who they are. They think all of the commandments are done away with. Don't forget, murder is one of them commandments now, right? Christ nailed that to the cross, according to the church, right? You can steal and rob and commit adultery. Oh, well, Christ, nailed all the sins to the cross, and we don't have to follow no commandments. How's that been working out for you? Pastors, Reverend Pork Chop, Pastor Sausage, Deacon Bacon, Sister Swine. How's that been working out for you? Breaking God's laws and telling everybody in the church that that the laws are over and done away with, and everybody gets the glory of God. Everybody gets salvation. How's that working out for you? Right? And black Christian churches are not the same as white Christian churches. Right? Black Christianity is different from white Christianity. When a black family goes to go look for a church, they don't go and run looking for a white church. They go in the hood looking for a black church. I thought we were all the same. When you got rich white folks is not trying to go to Ebenezer Baptist Church, Salvation on the Rock, on the hill. They ain't going to that, right? They are going to a big mega church and sit amongst other white people. I thought that Christianity was for everybody, but it is clearly a difference between a black Christianity and white Christianity. Yeah, and it's definitely a difference between keeping the commandments and not keeping the commandments. Right? All right. Let's go ahead and let's get into some good news, right? That was rather sad though, regardless, man. Murder and killing our own people, man, is sad, man. I was just getting ready to say that. Of your father the devil, man. So let's get into some good news, y'all. We got Fox News Christmas tree relit after fire in Midtown. Suspect released. So that was a fire. New York City. All right. New York City, y'all. All right. This is where this happened at. I don't know why they keep putting these ads up. Now workers quickly replaced the Christmas tree that was set on fire outside the Fox News building in Midtown. That's a wonderful thing. The tree was set on fire Wednesday, but just one day later, it was replaced and relit. Well, this is what it looked like at first, y'all. You gotta. It was on fire. It was on. Look at that on the side over there, on the left-hand side of your screen. It was on fire. Can you believe that? We can believe it. Look at that. Christmas tree set on fire. Look at that. This holiday tradition has only been around at this site for 3 years. The 50-foot Christmas tree set at the intersection of West 48th Street and 6th Avenue. It had only been up for 3 days before it was set on fire just after midnight on Wednesday. The suspect, 49-year-old Craig Tamanaha, was arrested on the scene. Police say he climbed up the metal structure and stuffed newspapers in open spaces and then set them on fire with a lighter. He has been charged with criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, arson, criminal nuisance, endangering others, criminal trespass, criminal tampering, and disorderly conduct. He has 3 prior arrests, 2 for drug possession and 1 for public intoxication. Now, investigators say that Tamahana, right, may have tried to set the Christmas tree at the Rockefeller Center a few blocks away on fire first, right? Tamahana, that's his name. Tamahana was arraigned on supervised release. Look at this, which means he is supposed to report to a person who will report back to the court as early as Thursday. Now, according to the criminal complaint, he told police, "I've been thinking about lighting the tree on fire all day." Can you believe this? You've been thinking about lighting the tree on fire all day. Now, Thursday morning, Mayor-elect Eric Adams spoke out on on the bail reform, right? That's probably a picture-perfect example, not having the discretion to do a profile on a person that is in front of you, right? Adams said, "This guy has clearly made a decision that I'm going to continue to wreak havoc. Arson is a serious crime. Onlookers were in disbelief. It's an assault on Christmas. It's an assault on Christmas," said one of the tourists named Rob DeVonzo. "My sister called me from Colorado, said someone burned the tree, and now I came and it really happened," a spectator said, right? "I'm looking at the trees that are burnt. My husband is a big Fox News fan. I told them if we're in the area, we'll get our picture taken in front of the tree. And there's no tree," a tourist said. The company says the 50-foot high tree has 10,000, listen y'all, 10,000 glass ornaments and 100,000 lights. Can you hear that? 10,000 glass ornaments and 100,000 lights on it. It takes more than 21 hours to assemble. The damage was estimated to be $500,000. Can you believe me? $500,000 damage. Man. Chestnuts roasting on an open tree. So that's the end of that, man. You know, we got to have some good stories come in every now and then, and that was one, all right? So, hey, you know, we don't need no water. You know, let the MF burn. Burn, MF, burn. That's an old school tune that we used to play back in the day in the club, man. Never had the Christmas tree in mind, though. We was talking about the roof. It's talking about the tree. The tree. The tree is on fire. We don't need no water. All right, let me stop. So listen, man, that's it, man. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more, all right? We have story number 7. Okay. And this is, this is right here is getting kind of serious, y'all. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. We have black influencers make significantly less than their white counterparts. It's a new study says. We're not making this up, y'all. We're not making this up. You see what I'm saying? Black influencers make significantly less money than their white counterparts. All right. A new study says black influencers are not earning as much money as their white counterparts, according to the report published Monday by the communications company MSL and educational organization, the Influencers League, right? Entitled "Time to Face the Influencers Pay Gap," unquote. The study found that the pay gap between white influencers and those who are black, indigenous, and people of color was 29%. Between white and black influencers, the gap widened to 35%, MSL reported. The study included the perspectives of 400 content creators in the U.S. Participants were asked questions about how many followers they had, their annual income, and how much they offered for brand deals. Now the gap this study uncovered in influencers marketing vastly overshadows the gaps in other industries. D. Anthony Jackson, he's a digital influencer strategist at MSL. He said in a statement, the education industry has an 8% gap. The business and the financial sector has a 16% gap. In construction, it's 19%. And in media, sports, and entertainment, it's 16%. So according to the U.S. Department of Labor's 2020 Current Population Survey, can you believe that? Absolutely incredible. So now the study also found that 77% of black content creators were considered nano and micro influencers who had fewer than 50,000 followers. The average compensation of brands in this tier was 27% in the comparison. These are micro influencers. So you have 43% of white responders and 23% of black respondents. The average over it is $100,000 per year. That's the difference. So 49%. So 49% of the black influencers in the study said they felt their race played a part in being lowballed. At 59% of black influencers also reported that posting about race negativity impacted them financially, according to the report. Only 14% of white influencers said they felt this impact. So they don't even care. About 14% of white influencers felt the impact, right? So this right here is definitely, this is most definitely a double standard, right? This is most definitely a double standard. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna segue into, where is this at? Right here. I'm gonna segue into the next story, right? And I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this next story says black employees are perceived as more professional when they adjust their behavior to mirror white norms, white normalities. You see that? And that's a fact. So if you're at a table, everybody knows this. You're at your job, you're doing whatever, right? At your job, guess what happens? You have to trim your ways. You have to pretend that you're white and hi, is everybody doing? Fine. All that old crap, man. Right? Our women back in the 30s and 40s had to dye their hair and they had to straighten it out to make it look like a white woman's hair in order to get jobs. They had to get perms. They couldn't go natural. They couldn't be themselves. This right here is a white privilege card. The race card, the strongest card in the deck of life. That's what's being pulled. And we're being controlled and manipulated, right? You cannot be an Israelite. That's what they're saying. You cannot serve your God, Israel. What happened in Rome is happening right now, y'all. What happened in Babylon and the Syrian captivity, and when we were under the Medes and we were under the Chinese, and under the Roman Greco era, these was still in America, still having to find out who we are, what are we doing here, what life is about. And if you don't even come up out of the rut, man, you'll be jingle bells and deck the halls, and wish you a Merry Christmas, man. And it's purposely done to make you feel bad, like you're a Scrooge, like you're out of place, like something's wrong with you. All we're trying to do is grasp who we are. All we're trying to do is, be what our ancestors wanted us to be, man. I'm saying, who fought in that Bible, right? Who didn't break the laws of God in the Bible. And that's who we become. And we're fighting and struggling just to keep our head above water. It's not the same. It's definitely not fair. That's why Christ's going to return. That's why we fight so hard in the ISUPK. That's why we believe these scriptures and we push every single day, and we teach and we push our young men in all ranks and grow and help our sisters and counsel them. That's why we're pushing so hard, because something about to break. It's going to break. Just like the way the Roman Empire broke. It failed. It broke. You see? That's the reason why. We can't be in love with America, man. America is not the place to love. It doesn't mean pack your bags and go to another country either. What you gonna do? Go to Russia, to another slave master? It's not talking about pack your bags and leave. Can't go to Africa, because so-called Negroes in America are not Africans. Right? That's what we are. We're stuck in a position, man. This is a new study suggests that the black employees who adjust their lifestyle and their speech, right, name section, and their hairstyles to mirror white norms are perceived as more professional in the workplace. It's a fact. And these findings come from a study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. This is nothing that we're making up. The United States' deep history of racism and the denomination of white people is professionally setting has led, white people in professional settings has led to a bias against black individuals in the workplace. Whiteness being associated with professionalism, and black employees are perceived as less competent when presenting with physical characteristics and speech patterns that are associated with blackness. In other words, talking like a nigga, right? Because I might not want to put the ing and ed on my words, right? Hey, Billy, what are you and Karen having for lunch today? Right? I might want to say, hey, man, what y'all eating today? What y'all grubbing on? Right? Or I might not want to talk to him, period. I might just want to work there and get my check and go home. How's that? You see? So a research study led by Courtney L. McClooney aimed to explore how black persons' decisions to either adjust their behaviors to mirror white norms or not mirror white norms or not influences the way they are perceived in professional contexts. This behavior adjustment referred to as racial code switching. Y'all hear that, right? It's referred to as racial code switching. All right, I want y'all to remember that. It's commonly adopted by marginalized groups who feel pressure to conform to the norms of the dominant group to gain respect to professional spaces. That is a fact. That's what our people do, man. Damn. So the researcher, and then you still don't get no respect. So the researchers devised 2 experimental studies. In the first study, a sample of black and white men and women in America were told to imagine they were a newly hired lawyer at a law firm and would be listening to a voicemail from a fictitious black coworker at their firm. Male participants listened to the recording from a fictitious black man named Lamar Matthew Jackson. A female and female participants heard a recording from a fictitious black woman called Lakeisha Renee Jackson. Right? Now, in the voicemail, the black co-worker described ways to succeed at the law firm. Importantly, the study included 2 conditions, with researchers manipulating whether or not the employee in the voicemail engaged in racial code switching. That's heavy. To do this, the researchers varied the sound of the employee's voice and manipulated their described name choice, hairstyle, style of speech. And listening to the voicemail, participants were asked to rate the employee's professionalism and their likelihood of succeeding at the law firm. As expected, both the black and white participants rated the coworkers who code switched as more professional than the co-workers who did not. Surprisingly, the participants' race did not impact their judgments of the code switching co-workers, right? So it doesn't matter if you're black, as long as you can talk like this. Hey, what's going on, man? My name is Lamar Jackson. I think that we could do very, very well, as a lawyer. And you could just, you got to strive hard. You can learn the codes and the United States codes and of laws and forms, and we could actually get together and we could form all you got to do is just put a little twang on it. You think it's a little twang, but you're selling your soul, man. You don't talk like that. You don't sound like that. Right? If you serve your God, you serve the God of Israel, you won't have no fear. You won't trim your ways to seek love. Now the researchers next recreated the study using text instead of an audio, right? This time, participants read an email from a fictitious black coworker who either code switched across name selection, style of speech, and hairstyle, or did not. After reading the emails, black participants rated the non-code switching coworker as more professional than did white participants. That's amazing. The researchers say this is likely because black people are more likely to see value in displays of their racial identity and are less likely to penalize black coworkers for not code switching. In other words, they're going to roll with their people, and we identify with our own people. So it's not offensive. It's not like, Lakeisha Renee Jackson, she's not qualified. No, she qualified if she black because I understand how she talks. I understand her slang, right? She don't have to code switch or switch it up. As long as she get the job done, right? If she's qualified for the job, she qualified for the job. Not because she has 3 children, right? And she's a single mom and she, talk like she's from the hood, whatever the hell that means. What the hell is proper and what the hell is talking like from the hood? Who knows? Talking proper could be talking like you from the hood. Either way, it's not Lasha One Kodash. It ain't Hebrew. Right? It's not Paleo Hebrew. All right. So now, run through this real fast. So the researchers say that we would not penalize. Well, let me go back. The researchers say this is likely because black people are more likely to see value in displays of their racial identity and are less likely to penalize black coworkers for not code switching. Still, both black and white participants rated the code switching coworker as more professional than the non-switching coworker. Damn. Now, the second study did reveal certain nuisance. Black women were more likely to agree with the black coworker's choice to maintain a natural hairstyle, while white women were more likely to agree with the black coworker's choice to straighten their hair. Boy, listen, man. Black women, we got to stand. Listen, bro, you got to stand 10 toes down in this truth. We have to do what white women do with their white men, which is stick with them, and whatever they say, we'll talk about it later if I disagree. But for right now, I'm going to roll with you. That's how we have to be. Right? Got it. Now, this suggests that the black female participants may have viewed the natural hair choice as a positive and cultural significant choice, while the white female participants defaulted to the stigmatization of natural hairstyles and saw the straight hair as more normal. Yeah, they saw how they wear their, they saw themselves as being normal, right? So although all employees may have more professional, although all employees may behave more professionally at work compared to more casual settings, the individuals from stigmatized racial groups may feel a disproportionate pressure to conceal significant cultural aspects of themselves to minimize stereotyping ascribed to their social identities. So in other words, we need to stick with our own people. Period. Right? We try to fit in with them, it doesn't work. They'll never understand. That's what this, it just said. They'll never understand you. They'll never compromise and say, yeah, her afro and her hair being nappy like that right there, I can rock with that. If they say it, they're lying anyway. And if you think that your oppressor as a friend, talking to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you have an oppressor who you say is your friend, leave him in the room with one of the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. One of these officers, man, these captains, these generals of the ISUPK. And then we'll bring that demon that's dormanted deep down in them playing possum. We'll bring it out. About, 2-3 minutes. Take nothing to do that. Right? Because they only love themselves. And McClooney and her team say this racial code switching requires marginalized groups to suppress their cultural identities, a burden that is mentally, and emotionally taxing, and likely reinforces the association between whiteness and professionalism. This is the racism that's happening right now. In light of our research, we recommend that companies expand or redefine what constitutes professionalism, because it doesn't mean that you're white and you're professional, so that it encompasses a range of cultural norms, behaviors, and values, the author report. Similarly, employees who wish to build authentic relationships with their black colleagues may need to turn inward and examine if they deem behaviors not in line with white norms to be professionalism, right? You think that white America is so great and, white is right and black stay back. Listen, man, the Lord is doing a new work on the earth. He gonna make a Israelite man as more important than fine gold. You understand? As the gold of Ophir, man. I'm telling you, that's what the scripture says. So the study to be or not to be ... black, the effects of racial code switching or on perceived professionalism in the workplace. We're going to definitely work on that. The Lord is going to work on that, right? You come into the ISUPK, Israelite School and Universal Practical Knowledge, and you won't ever have to worry about that, right? You won't ever have to sell your soul or your values like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, with that, I do, man. I appreciate everybody listening, man. Captain Gahan had to send a text to me to go ahead and rock out the show. He wanted to be a part of it. He's tonight very, very busy. I do understand. Captain Gahan will be here next week, Lord willing. Weather permits, right? Some big storm or something. But I do appreciate everybody in the chat being in here rocking it out with me, man. Listen, man. Racism, the moral of this 149 episode is racism is not an isolated incident. It's not. Racism is all over the globe. You understand? Racism is all over the globe, man. You know what I'm saying? America was fueled and bred in racism, man, and it still exists. And they're teaching their children right now. It has not changed and it won't change, all right? So we're going to go ahead and rock this out, man. Don't forget, y'all, tomorrow, all right? Tomorrow We have in the morning we have Let a Hebrew Speak, hosted by Priest and 12 Shield General Hazayan. In the morning, from 9 a.m. Eastern. No, is that right? No, from 10 a.m. Eastern to noon. All right, that's 9 a.m. Central Time. All right, and then right after that, Let a Hebrew Speak will follow the Hidden Truth Revealed. That'll be hosted by Priest and Captain of 10,000 Azanaya out of Syracuse, New York. All right, and that'll be the Hidden Truth Revealed, a 2-hour show, 2-hour class as well. All right. Very extremely informative, right? You want to make sure that you check that out. Priest and Captain 10,000 Azanaya with the Hidden Truth Revealed, all right? Immediately following Let a Hebrew Speak, okay? Later on in the evening, you will have Scripture Breakdown. That'll be hosted by Priest and 12 Shield General Mahayaman from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, starting at 6 p.m. Central, all right? Type your questions in, get in class, get those questions answered by the real priests and prophets of the Lord, man, under command of General Yohana, all right? Immediately following Scripture Breakdown with General Mahayaman, you will have Priest and Commanding General Yohana, all right? The Black Watch Show, man, that happens every Monday, all right? And that's every Monday. Black Watch Show every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. Commanding General Yohana, y'all. Black Watch, ISUPK, presents Commanding General Yohana, all right? Go to isupk.com. As well as that, make sure you go to www.blackwatch.news. Again, www.blackwatch.news. Leave your name, leave your email. That way, Commanding General Yohana can get your information and keep you updated on everything that's going on in Israel and abroad as well, all right? So that'll be tomorrow. Again, all the heavy hitters be in the building. All the generals, man, in the building, man, rocking it out with Commanding General Yohana. Black Watch, man, that's the hottest news station on planet Earth, man. If you don't believe it, watch it, all right, and find out for yourself. Want to see you there, man. I'll be there. Make sure you want to see everybody in the building, man, supporting Commanding General Yohana, man, the leader of this great nation, Israel. Again, Black Watch tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, all right? Yeah, listen, man, let me go and get this off the screen, man. And go and get this off the screen really fast. I do appreciate y'all rocking it out, man. Listen, man, it's been something, man, you know? It has. It's been absolutely wonderful to be able to rock this out with y'all, man. And I want to leave y'all with something, man. Make sure that you all, you know what I'm saying, everybody take care of themselves, man, and you know, watch yourself. They got these, you know, pagan, you know, holidays and all that stuff, holidays, you know, going on right now. So you want to make sure that you walk circumspect. You understand? Make sure that you watch yourself and walk circumspect, and you know, don't fall to the wickedness of this world, y'all. All right, whatever you do, don't fall for the wickedness of this world, man. All right, it's something that we're trying to push across. All right, big ups to all my brothers out there in Hebrew Academy. You know what I'm saying, we're smack dab in the middle of it. It's getting ready to get rough, rugged, and more raw. All right, you're gonna have to shine through like a diamond, man. Saying you got to shine through, man, like the gem, like the stars of God that we are. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do this, man. All right. So yeah, with that being said, man, hey, big ups to all my brothers, man. Shalom, all my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take this out because I don't want to play that. All right, I definitely don't want to play that. But big ups to all my brothers, man, and sisters. You know what I'm saying? All my brothers and sisters out there rocking this, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rock this out till the wheels fall off, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna. I don't want that to play, so I'm trying not to play that right there. All right, we're gonna rock that out till the wheels fall off, man. You know what I'm saying? We only playing ISUPK. I ain't playing nobody else up in here. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't play our music, so I'm definitely not playing other people's music, not up in here. It's ISUPK forever and a day, man. That's how it is, right? All right, and hey, don't forget, man, Lost Tribes Records. All right, founded by founded by Prieston, Captain 10,000, Katazai. All right, you can also tap in on Cross the Line Radio as well every Thursday as well. All right, with Captains Tazariak and Captain Katazai. All right, yeah, Lost Tribes Records, man, doing a new thing in the earth, man. All right, recognize the real, because it's definitely going down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go out and bury me a priest. You understand? I'd rather rock it out with my brother Asha Yar. I came in with him, brother from Dallas, Texas. I'm going to go ahead and rock it out with him again. You know what I'm saying? Bury me a priest, man. That's what this thing is about, man. You know what I'm saying? Bury me a priest, man. And listen, if it ain't that, then it ain't no good, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It has to be that real, man. So, all right. So, yeah, man, I appreciate everybody once again, man. We're going to go ahead and get this in here, man. Bury me a priest, man. Good night. I'd rather go out like this. Let me go ahead and pull this over real quick. Bury me a priest, Asha Yar, man. We're going to get it in, man. All right, make sure y'all show love to Asha Yar too, man. He has some more information, songs out that he's been putting out for a while, man. Rocking it heavy, man. Bury me a priest, man. It's the only way to do it. All right, ISUPK, man. All right. See if I can get this to go. They always mess with our music. You know what I'm saying? They always mess with our music. Everybody else's music they want to play. You know what I'm saying? When they come to our music, it's always, some type of.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I took an oath. That I'ma stand up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get about us in these streets, nigga, bury me a priest. Was throwing honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes love it. Posted with the low stugging. In 15, I got caught up in the wrong spot. The cop tried to whoop me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Blaze on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. It's that nation building flow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Now bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution. Be moving, got the feds, get about us in these streets, nigga, bury me a priest. Was throwing honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever devil rest in peace. Tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the South, but knew a trail up in Cornell. Met a nigga by the name of Darnell. That really ain't his real name. He put me on the work from the cartel. Bitch, I ain't a snitch. Never snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I got a lick. This right before the truth, that shit legit. This legit. We can ship it by the truckload and by the end of summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on they bitch ass. Got green plus the Zans on they bitch ass. Pop a rubber band on the bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying I don't check cash. Now slow the car down while I ride down the I-95, thinking about my daughter's eyes on some real shit. My partner caught a case, faced the time. What the fuck is going through a nigga's mind on some real shit? My daddy passed away while I was crying, but my pride won't let me keep crying on some real shit. Something gotta give, shit. Cause somebody gotta make it out these streets. Now bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Who's showing honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If the devil rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasting live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.